We're going to play that later, but I promise I'm going to your calls for the rest of the hour. Next hour, I'm going to get into the gun ban treaty, ban reloading, ban changing anything on your gun, ban the sale of many types of firearms, and it'll all be under UN control. See, that's a blank check approach where they just like under NAFTA and GATT, the World Trade Organization controls all U.S. trade issues now. Congress signed away its authority. Well, that's what this does. And Obama has said that he wants this. So remember, this is a guy who, when he was in the Senate of the state of Illinois, wrote bills for the complete gun ban statewide. They want a Chicago-style gun ban. Then his attorney general argued last year in the D.C. gun ban case before the Supreme Court. He's such a gun grabber. He was the lawyer arguing against the Second Amendment. He said, I agree with total gun ban of the citizens. Only police and military should own any firearms. Black powder, single shot, they don't care. Now, they rule America, and these are parasites for foreign banks. And when you're militarily dominated and financially dominated, you're not allowed to be armed. And getting your guns is the last step. And you will be fully, and I will be fully dominated by offshore private crime syndicates. It's very simple. So we'll be going over that. Right now, let's go to Jason in Ohio. I'm going to go to these calls quickly, so make your points, please. Glad you're calling, but we want to move quick here. Jason in Ohio, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's see, I was going to talk about some of the teenagers and stuff like that, how they're taking an effort to bring the message into their high schools.
What, the message of liberty and freedom or the message of slavery?
No, of truth.
Good.
You guys do. Yeah, I'm trying to compile a massive report about, the truth movement, everything you mentioned. And I'm trying to go in front of the teachers and go in front of the class and start speaking about this to them.
Yes, because these are, according to federal documents, we've covered ad nauseum. We sell the book, Deliberate Dumbing Down of America, by the number 2 person at the Department of Education, Charlotte Iserby, where they openly say their job is to dumb down and stupefy the public, where they have no basic understanding of anything, history, nothing, in these government training camps. The federal testing is to make sure the dumbing down is working, and it is. And so use these camps against them. Fight back in the gulag where they have the cameras and the surveillance and the brainwashing. Fight back and educate inside the government indoctrination camp.
Exactly. I have that book, actually. I haven't read all of it yet, but I am trying to look through different books and different.
Well, it's the size of a phone book. It's mainly government documents, how they scientifically annihilate young minds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I gave the Obama deception. I gave the disc to Congressman Tim Ryan.
Yes.
For 17th District of Ohio. Yeah, I gave it to him, and I'm hoping he looks at that. That's a great video, by the way.
Well, good job, Jason. What do you think of the swine flu? And that, of course, the name is a lie. The designer laboratory flu that they've been fear-mongering about that appears to be as dangerous as a paper cut.
I heard about it, I think, before you mentioned it or something like that, and, I know it was a man-made virus.
Well, notice how it's tailored to be completely engineered. Then now the scientists are admitting that's what freaked them out, is this sucker has never before been seen.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey, listen, I got to jump. It's good to hear from you. I appreciate it. Chris in Florida. Chris, you're on the air.
It's totally amazing that after 100 days, which might be coincidental into the recent events of the bird flu, that
our great leader so calm during the crisis.
Well, absolutely, and it's interesting. It doesn't deflect at all, I don't think, because from the president. Because
sir, are you angry at Chairman Obama?
No, I'm not.
He has a little blue book. His people, literally, they have a little Obama book that looks just like the Mao one, but it's blue. It's not red. And by the way, we've confirmed the Obama Acorn people with billions of dollars of U.S. funding go around to people's doors knocking on them, seeing if you support Obama, and then they GPS your house and mark down whether you're a supporter or not. His own private army marking us. Soon we'll be wearing yellow stars if he doesn't like us.
Well, I was amazed to hear on my local community-sponsored station, WMNF.org today, so many of the former Obama apologists were calling in that I was expecting to continue apologizing because the subject was the first 100 days, and I would credit you mainly with them saying that Obama is a front man for the, quote, New World Order, end quote. And I don't use those words very often when I call in, and there are very few other callers of like mind who call in.
And so suddenly you're hearing the very points we make here over and over again from the Obama deception, #1 on the web, 5 weeks running. Very exciting. We are breaking the paradigm, and I am really asking for him to crush me. But I'm too committed to this now to care, and I am, again, in through and beyond. That's exciting to hear.
Well, I'm worried about these other communities.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a call from Robert in Texas. Robert in Texas, you're on the air.
The legendary Alex Jones, how are you doing?
Good, sir. Good to talk to you, the legendary Robert from Texas.
Well, hey, whatever.
Hey, we are all legend. We're living on an awesome planet with weird green trees growing and big crystal clear lakes and stars at night and clouds and
crazy guys worshiping owls.
And crazy guys in Bohemian Grove, Christian conservatives having homosexual orgies. Yes. It's very bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I have to mention, I was in New Braunfels the day after that email came out about basically doing the fear-mongering about the quote-unquote swine flu. And the day after, that morning, I was unloading. I was actually loading my car because I had to go to work. And I went out the front door, and I looked back while I was loading my car up. And I didn't see anybody before, but when I looked back, there was this lady standing there with the GPS thing and a little U.S. Census bag.
No. It's confirmed. What they've done is they've hired Acorn people and others with $2 billion. This is admitted with the stimulus money. Another group that got $3 billion. And they are going around GPSing whether or not you support Obama.
Yeah, and I just think it's weird because...
What did you say to this scumbag?
Yeah, there was an article that you had that said there's some kind of coinciding pattern with the swine flu, where it breaks out, and then where they're doing the GPS.
I mean, what did you say to this little Stasi? What did you say to this Nazi, this Chi-Com, this Imperial Guard, this thug, this traitor to freedom, this dirty government agent, this piece of filth, this un-American piece of trash, everything that's bad about the planet? What did you say to this little minion of evil? Hold on, stay there. We'll come back to you. Okay, Robert, you had a member of our new secret police, the new million person, until U.S. senators announced in the New York Times it's going to be 7 million, domestic spies, but they're going to be paid by the government. That's the new government welfare program. They take from the working middle class, and they give it to people that can't get jobs or don't want to work, and then they come out and command and rule us. Maybe they can have little whipping sticks, little cattle prods, and, we can start making bricks for them or something and build pyramids for the bureaucrats, and we'll build giant sphinx heads of the presidents. But, so what did you say to the creature that was GPSing your home?
Well, she took me completely by surprise because I turned around and she just appeared like a little vampire or a little sneaky little, creepy person just creeped up there. And, so I was like, well, what are you doing? Because she didn't knock on the door at all. That's what kind of creeped me out. She didn't knock on the door. She didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, to be clear, they go, though, to the doorstep because they want your doorstep. Where to send the SWAT team, that is for federal. This is admitted. Listen, folks, guess what zip codes are? Zip codes are artillery coordinates. And folks are going, well, how with 5 numbers do you do artillery? No, the dash on the next number was before GPS. They can bring down on your house artillery or bombs with that. That is a Pentagon grid. Now, with the GPS developed by the military, that was originally for smart bombs and cruise missiles, they admit this is for gun confiscation and control, and the feds are going to every doorstep in America, but they also have separately the Acorn people out identifying it, and they admit this. Are you an Obama supporter or are you not an Obama supporter? They want to know, and so they can send those federal SWAT teams right to your door. Isn't that land of the free, home of the brave, baby? Just like we told you about the federal reports, and we broke the MIAC and the Homeland Security reports telling you the veterans of the terrorists and the gun owners of the terrorists and the families and the Americans and the Christians of the terrorists. And because we're the people that don't want communism in America. But it's not the communism that we were taught about. It's big, fat, degenerate offshore banks saying, this is commie land. We're going to turn a bunch of lazy parasites loose on you. They're going to steal all the money. We're going to give them a little bit because they like shiny uniforms. And the offshore banks are going to take it. How's that sound? Anyway, so you find this little vampire at your doorstep. What do you? And by the way, they're crossing people's fences. They're coming across no trespassing signs. This is all over the news, coming to your doorstep because they want to know where to send those federal SWAT teams, baby. Now, tell me.
Oh, you're gonna love this. Well, I asked her, and she said, "Well, I'm with the census." And I said, "Well, what are you doing there on my doorstep?" And she said, "Well, we count people." And I just didn't know how to respond to that. It's like just so condescending. Oh, we count people.
So did you ask the worm? Did you ask the worm why they were there with GPS?
Yeah, she was. Well, she admitted that it was a GPS thing, and then she took off. And my girlfriend was inside the house, but I got her so she could see her walking off. And she had a little camouflage hat on, and she went to the neighbor's house, stood on their porch, didn't knock on their door, didn't talk to anybody.
No, they're coming. They're coming to find where to send the SWAT team.
Yeah, exactly.
We need video of this. It's in the news. They're doing it. They're coming across people's land. You name it. Remember in 2000 the cases where they would break down doors? I'm not, in fact, Google it right now. Census taker forces way into home. Google it. You think I'm joking? I don't joke about nothing, folks. It's all documented. Now listen.